Pull back on the swing stick to start your swing. When your golfer is at the top of their backswing, press the swing stick forward to finish the swing. Give it a try. Nice work. After each shot, you will get feedback about your accuracy in the bottom right-hand corner. In the middle of that circle, there's a white stripe. And you need to keep your swing within that white stripe if you want your shot to be accurate. Now let's try another swing and remember to keep it within that white stripe. That's the stuff. You're also going to receive feedback on your swing timing, and that's the meter that kind of wraps around the top of your swing accuracy indicator. Your backswing timing refers to the point at which you transition from backswing into downswing. If you do this too early, you're going to reduce the power of your shot. If you do it too late, you're going to add power but increase the difficulty of the swing. Your downswing timing refers to how quickly you flick that swing stick forward. If your downswing is too fast, you'll hook it, and if it's too slow, you'll slice it. Let's try to get perfect timing on this next swing. Good job on that one. Congratulations, you've got the basics down. In this lesson, we're going to talk about one of the most important skills you can have at your disposal, and that is, well, that was well done. The putt weight is how hard you hit your putt. Well, you've got that one down. Those moving dots on the grid are telling us that your putt's going to break a little bit to the right, so you will have to aim to the left to compensate. Use the aim stick to make adjustments before putting so that you can drop this one in the hole. Give it a go. All right, that didn't pan out. Let's give it another go. Well, that didn't quite pan out. Let's give that another go. Well, not quite. Let's try that again. That's what we're looking for. And with that, you are ready to pop the lights out on these courses. As with any skill in the game of golf, practice makes perfect. Hello and welcome to this lesson on clubs and shot types. We're going to dig through that golf bag a little bit, and I'll tell you a few simple tricks you can use to navigate some of the situations you find yourself in on the course. Okay, so for this shot, you're hitting into the wind. This means you are going to have to club up, or in other words, use a longer club. So let's press the change club so you get to the pitching wedge, then just pop this shot onto the green.
Nice. Golf game.
Good job. That's what we're looking for. Now, it's only a matter of time before you find yourself in a situation where the normal shot type is just not going to do. Now, to get on the green from here, you are going to need a chip shot. So let's press the change shot type button until you get to the chip shot, and then chip that ball nice and close to the pin with your next stroke.
プロゴルファー目指そうかな。
Well, you've got the hang of this one. Information about the current lie of your ball is available always in the top right corner of the screen. This will give you a range of how much spin and power your shot will retain, and then you can use that info to for this particular situation. Let's change our club to the sand wedge, and then change our shot type to a splash shot. which is a great shot for getting out of these greenside bunkers. After that, give that swing a go. See if you can stick it close. Well done on that lesson. And now, hello there and welcome to the lesson on advanced shots. In this lesson, we're going to learn about techniques you're going to want to master if you want to compete with the pros. In this situation, we are going to need to take a partial swing. If you chip this with full power, it's going to blow right by the hole. So, we are going to have to move our aim marker closer to us to compensate. Move the aim marker a little bit closer to you. See if you can get about a 75% power chip. And then use the backswing meter at the bottom of your screen to dial in the proper strength for this chip. Let's just go ahead and give that another try. Great work. Looks like you've got the hang of that. You're going to come across situations like this one where you want to adjust the spin and in this case, we want to land our shot on the green softly without a whole lot of roll. And for that, we need to add some backspin. Hold down the true shot button and move your aim stick down to increase your loft and backspin, and then have a go at this pin and see if you can land it nice and soft and close. Not quite. Let's try that again.
調整して L1 を直しながら L のロフトこれかだとして意味がわからん
Let's just go ahead and try that again, okay?
81ヤード。くそ。お、バックスピン。
Not quite there, is it? Let's try again.
Hmm? こうしてちょっとよくわかる。あ、やばいやばいやばい。
Well, no need to linger on this lesson. Applying a fade or draw to your golf shot is a great tool to have at your disposal. By holding down the true shot button and moving the aim stick to the left, you can apply a fade. By moving the aim stick right, you can apply a draw to the ball. To complete this lesson, apply a fade to your next shot And watch that ball curl gently back into the middle of the driving range.
Ooh.
Not quite. Let's try that one again. We'll chalk that one up as a success. This is the end of the advanced shots. Okay, this is where we part ways, and all that's left for you is to choose a difficulty level, and then you can go ahead and customize your golfer in the My Player menu if you feel like it. If not, all good as well. We'll see you out there on the links real soon.
ビビ人間に合わないかも。なんすかこれ。リアルなミンボル。ランを意識しなきゃいけないのね。
Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be with you guys. Now this group will be one to watch today. Lots of chatter on social media leading up to this pairing. We have a rookie on tour who has set very specific goals for themselves. and their first one is to beat their playing partner this week.
Love it, Henny. This will make for an extra layer of excitement. It always adds a bit more drama to an event when we can follow a competition within a competition. Can't wait to see what happens in our featured group throughout this tournament. Nicely done. Second shot here on the first.
右だね。これどうやって見るんだ。
And here we are with the third shot.
だいぶもうねえな。なんでやねん。
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Wow, that's misjudged. This putt is from 14 feet.
This is what they have left for par.
This one's online. Ooh, right by the hole. And this one will be for bogey. Currently at +1 for the day. One of our on-course reporters, John McCarthy, has been out surveying the scene here in preparation for today's
これ
broadcast.
どこに落ちるかわかんないんだけ
The
ど。
players will be looking out for today at Craggy Heights.
Well, Luke, I think one of the first things the players are going to be looking at is really, literally, the shapes of these fairways. They are laid out in a way that often there are little pockets of fairway that the players can hit to. And if they do end up safe, they can really open up options on their approach shots, but they're going to have to be confident in their swing to reap those rewards. Another thing to watch for are holes like the 5th.
めっちゃ面白そうなゲームやっててくさ。
Significantly the further out you hit your tee shot. There's
全
also
然思んない
the
わ。
par 4 17th where you can drive the green, yes, but there is a lot of danger in the form of water and sand around the green to contend with.
グリーンとかわ
It's
かんないんだ
very
けど。
much a risk reward course. Can't wait to just sit back and watch how these professionals take this course on. Should be a fun week here at Craggy Heights.
Let's
Number
return
2
to live play now. Lining up the birdie putt here. Was on a good line.
まあまあまあまあまあ。
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Par putt coming up here. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Time to play one of the one-shotters.
え、これグリーン、どうやってわかんの？わかんなくない？マジ？
Going with the 6 iron here. Oh, terrific approach and a chance for birdie here at the third. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
チャンス。
Surely it's going to. Gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. That was a good attempt. This one's for bogey. Currently at 2 over par.
やった。
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
Let's see what happens here.
もったいね。結構適当に打つのかな。
Wow, that was just striped. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
レッスンスコアどれぐらいなの？
About 155.
今日
新しいゲーム
81。
始めててくさ。
今日81で回りました。あれこれさ、番手上げるのどうやってやるの？いいのかなこのまま。あ、これか。違う。ちょい。158。まあ手前からっていうからな、ゴルフは。
Going with the 9 iron, I think. Oh, this would be handy if it could bounce right.
おお、まあ。
Good shot there.
81じゃ新年に立てた目標を超えてなくない？
うん、
He's
超えてな
down
い。
there. You
や
got
ら
a
かした。
Setting up this putt
今日マジでやらか
18
した。
feet from the cup.
70代で回れたんだけ
Tie
ど、
Ricky Fowler.
プレッシャーに負けた。最後の最後で。大叩きした。
Just missed. Just a short putt remaining here.
こんな感じ。
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. We've arrived at a par 5. Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway.
レッスンそんなスコアいいの？
そうだね。まあまあうまい。まあまあね。
Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that
お前パー5でお前なんでドライバー握って
やりやすいよ。
What have you made of this social media age?
やってんのこれ。
If you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
Going with the pitching wedge here. This one's going right at the pin here.
あ、ちょっと。まあ。オッケーオッケー。まあ。バーディーパット。
これはどこが作ってるゲームですか？
続け。よし。あ、いいえ。 あれと一緒。バスケット。多分ね。よしよしよし。松山英樹が1位か。あ、待って、これで見れるんだ。はあ、ほえー。ちょっと結構上手くなってきたかな。
2キロと EA は違います。2キロの方がリアル得意です。
あ、そうなんだ。じゃあ 2K だな、多分。そうなんだ。多分ね、わかんない、全然。
He has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of
the
leaderboard. Definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there is a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I put my thumb on Ricky Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging, he's affable, he looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
普通に上手くなってきたな。
It's heading into the rough, I think.
やばい、ラフ？ああ。
Sitting at 1 over.
これ出た方がいいわ。
This would be a great up and down from this spot.
Huh? わからんな。
Close to the surface here, the green side rough.
大叩きしてるわ。
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying
90位か。
Here we find ourselves in the dramatic 8th hole at Craggy Heights, a par 3 playing 198 yards from the back tees.
Luke, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
いや、これうざいんだけど、で飛ばすのこれ。
This putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
うわー。
Oh, so close. Putting for par. That's a common fault in putting. Pulled it slightly. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
たけししばらく配信しないの
Bogeys.
Yeah, making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Teeing off here at the 9th hole.
.飛ばして。これどうやって飛ばすの
From around 170 yards here. Opting for the 6 iron. This is looking pretty good in the air.
また強かったよ。
A quality shot that.
ゴルフは手前からだな。
Think they can make this one?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
And that's a nice line. That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole.
38ってあんま変わんねえやん、俺と。
Well, I'm interested in my buddy Bean's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
Well, Luke, this rivalry we've been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn. It'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
転がる。
And he's safely on the green.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Okay, steady now. 8 feet to the cup.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Yeah, nice to make a mid-range par putt.
耐えた。
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here
誰の
in
見
this
てんの毎回。
rivalry.
これう
But
ざい
can
ね。
he stay that way?
Now 8 shots back after that hole. Teeing off here at the 11th.
Trying to work a little draw into this flag.
いや、これでも転がるんだ。
Oh, well played. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
あ、こういう風にできんのね。はいはいはいはい。弱っ。万弱。
Oh, that's too bad.
That will drive you bats.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Well, Rich loves standing on this 12 tee here, par 5. You're always thinking birdie or perhaps better. Take us through it.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a three-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening. And from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. A little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
Getting ready to play their third.
上り。弱い。
I think they've got the handle of this game, Rich. Fairways and greens. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently one stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
This one's for birdie. Oh, what a stroke. Ouch, that hurts. An opportunity to make their par. Sitting 2 over, 4 to go. Time to face a par 4 now. And after a par at the
ほぼミンゴルで草。
ほぼミンゴルで上がって。で、ミンゴルより結構なんか曲がり幅とかはでかいね、普通に。
Good shot there, Beamer. Second shot here on the 13th.
ちょっとなんか違うのはいろいろある。
Looks to be going with the 6 iron. This one looks to be heading towards the green.
あ、これじゃ強いな。おおおおおおおお。まあまあまあ。ナイスじゃん。
Take notes, folks. That's how you do it. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see
どう
what
やってやったら
happens.
スキップできるんだろう。
9 feet to the cup.
ここ大事。結構でかいんだよな。いや、こんな見るよし。ちょっとかっこよく。フェードでもするか。かっけえ。ヘルプ。
Playing this shot from about 170 yards out.
ちょっとわかんないな。164ヤードな。164がマックスか。上り届かない。こんなもんじゃない。
Going with the 7. Good sounding strike, that one.
Wow, what a shot. For this one, for back-to-back birdies.
4 feet to the cup.
This for back-to-back birdies.
And down it goes. Back-to-back birdies.
いいぞ。
I like it. 2 in a row.
Teeing off here at the 15th hole.
上り。このくらい見とくか。え、待って、万葉は。
6 iron here.
やったー。
And he's safely on the green with that shot.
Outside chance of the birdie, but a 2-putt here is still good.
And back to the course with the live action. Setting up here with a very long putt. A bit long on that one. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
そんなガッツポーズするの。
Remaining at even overall. The par 5 awaits here, but so does an opportunity. Take full advantage.
あ、こうすればいいの。
Yeah, that one will play. Second shot here on the 16th.
届かねえんだ。3番ウッドなんだ。
Going with a 3-wood here.
ミンゴルの方がゲージとか分かりやすくね。
うわぁ、飛ばしすぎた。まあね、だけどなんか意外といろいろあるから、まあゴルフ好きな人とかは楽しいだろうね、こっちの方が。
I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
結構なんか
Putting for eagle here.
あとこういうの自由だしな、なんか。うわジャストタッチ。ジャストタッチ。あ、コープやる、コープ。
Now that's how you roll the rock.
はい、イーグルです。
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Ooh, don't we love a short par 4, particularly on the penultimate hole, Rich. 17 here, playing under 300 yards.
あの争いに巻き込まれてるからやらないかと思ったわ。
If you're not going to go for this green, you better
まあ、あ
just
の
give
争いは
up.
全然思んないで
I
終わ
mean,
ったよな。
literally, this is a begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you
思
what
って
kind
た
of
のと
player
違う
you
っつって。
truly are. Take out the 3-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than
も
that?
っとなんか
No, thank you.
やってほしかったな。
Well struck. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Just a bit outside into the rough.
And this putt to move into the top 20.
Surely it's going to.
うわぁ、マジか。
Hammerhand's putt. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Yeah, we'll take that. Colin Moore currently on top of this one. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on. Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
Opting for the 6-iron. That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last. That's tracking. And that brings to an end his event. Well, Henny, that was some match. We thought it'd be a great rivalry, and it absolutely was. But how proud would this player be to have taken down Ricky Fowler, despite not winning the event?
Luke, this player will be brimming with pride. What a great result. They challenged Ricky Fowler and beat him. Now, they'll be telling that story in the pub a few times in the coming weeks.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
No kidding, Henny, this player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba, every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. And he needs this to save par. Really good, this one. You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. Well, let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4, has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess there is it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provides some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
Attaboy, good shot. This putt coming up is for birdie. Super shot, that. And now to Bubba Watson.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
And with that now, back to level par. This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that. Oh, that is crushed. This lie's not great. Going with the 5-iron here. That got caught up in a few of the branches. That was a bit of a miscue.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
Big putt for par coming up. That's pretty tidy. And nicely holed. He's currently tied for 12th. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Well, Rich, that's on the surface, but it's free putt territory. It's so far away. Chance to get one under the card with this putt. Kenny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This one will run uphill.
That'll sting a bit.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes. It seems so in this case.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. Setting up now on a par 4. Absolutely flushed. Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, a lot of golf balls, and blades, and I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go to the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and everything. I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, well, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there, get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
And as we take a look at the leaderboard, it's Xander Schauffele in first place. Teeing off here at the 7th. That's a little untidy. And now to Bubba Watson.
楽しんでますか?
2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Oh, that is flushed. Get on the green. This lie won't be too bad in the first cut.
まあそこそこだよね。
Yeah, this is lovely.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Oh, you know you want to.
Well done. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
He's currently tied for 15th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
We have a par 3 on this one. Going with the 5-wood.
Yeah, oh no, this one's left.
Second shot here on the 8th. Almost went in the hole. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 22 feet from the cup. This one to save par.
That's disappointing.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
Xander Schauffele currently on top of the leaderboard here. Here we are at the final hole on the front nine. This one might just sneak off the fairway. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 200 yards.
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. And here we are with the third shot. Great shot. 11 feet to the cup. That's frustrating. His next putt is for bogey. And down it goes for consecutive bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Oh, looking to make a statement here, going with driver off the tee. Nicely done. Second shot here at the 10th. Getting ready to play their third.
Pretty good win, back into the player's face.
Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look. This is on a great hole.
Just didn't drop. And that brings to an end that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole. Oh, that was pure. Sitting at 2 over par. Should find the green.
Fought against the wind to stick that one.
A 7-footer right here.
They've got this to pull ahead of Bubba. This rivalry is heating up today.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And a sight we're used to seeing a lot. Xander Schauffele in top spot. Let's see what happens here at the 12th. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. That got a little out of control, I think.
Missing it short there. They will definitely be upset.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
This is a bogey putt coming up. That's a good putt to make, that one. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway from around 180 yards out.
Back into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
That one's headed right and staying right.
And here we are with the third shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Oh, I don't mind this par putt.
This one's tracking.
That was a gallant attempt. Back-to-back bogeys is never nice, but then she goes.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flag stick.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Like the look of this one. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And as we head to the next, it's Xander Schauffele in first place. Not bad. Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out, won early a few times, but then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and every week. I got to say, this kid he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
This would be a great up and down. Getting ready to play their third.
レッスンスコアどれぐらいなの？リンゴルの方がゲージとかわかりやすくね。今からするよ。あの争いに巻き込まれてるからやらないかと思ったわ。楽しんでますか？
Sitting at 2 over for the event. Time to face a par 4. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. From about 200 yards out.
Went straight down.
Going with the hybrid. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. And here we are with the third shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Trying to save par here.
Nice little putt to hole, that one. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Oh, that one's bouncing around in the branches. Far from ideal. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Our wind's just going to knock the ball down. It's straight at the back.
That's a smart option. Back into the fairway. From about 100 yards.
Downwind on this shot.
Oh, come on, sit. And he's hit that inside the range. This putt is for a final score of 74. Ooh, right by the hole. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
And this next putt here is for a double bogey. And that'll be all she wrote. And as we take a look at our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the magic from the course today.
Oh, it was a pleasure to be able to follow the action out there today, Luke.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.